Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I came in to do your weekly grace card reading. Yay, yay. Alright, now I did pre-shuffle this grace card deck. I'm going to pull 3 cards. The first card I pull is going to be for the next couple of days. In the United States, that's Monday and Tuesday. Alright, 1 to 2 days out from this reading. And let's see what kind of guidance our cards can give us for the next couple of days. Alright, y'all, and I want to tell you, we got a big, is it a Capricorn? I believe it's a Capricorn full moon coming up. Oh, Lord. I laugh because it's going to be a doozy. So strap yourselves in like extra, alright? We'll get into it in a couple of days, but for now, your first card is direction. Direction. Look for clues. Grace will lead us to the exact events and experiences we need at precisely the right time. And you know, grace can only do that for us if we learn to release a little bit of that control that our superego wants to exert on every single thing. Okay? We gotta learn to relax a little bit in life and trust source and know that the best scenario will unfold. We will be given signs and our path will be illuminated a lot more easily if we stop trying to contrive and control and constrict our reality, okay? Because we just get in our own way. We just get in our own way. We need to be able to relax a little bit, trust source, and kind of, I hate to say this because it's so cliche, but go with the flow, man. Let's all stop trying to swim upstream, you know, against that big current, and trust source. You will be delivered. You will be taken where you need to be if you take your hands off the wheels a little bit and let source guide you. So keep your eyes open, keep your heart open, keep your mind open. Use your imagination. You know, and look around in your world. Don't check out. Stay present and accounted for so that you can see the clues and the signs and the pick up on the synchronicities that Source is trying to lay before you, that the universe is trying to construct for you and put in your path. Okay? All right, so that's for the first couple of days of the week. For us in the United States, it's Monday and Tuesday. For everybody else, that's just the next couple of days from this reading. All right. And today, actually, at the lair is Sunday, the 3rd of July, 2022. So a couple of days out from this reading. Now, the second card is going to be 3 to 4 days out from this reading. And for us here in the United States, it's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. All right. Oh, it's so pretty. And you can actually see it. Look. Connect. Ooh, this is importante. Connect. Find your center. Where have you heard that before? Okay. When we stay connected to our spiritual core, that wise self, the best and most advantageous path unfolds before us. We were just talking about that. Don't get dragged around by the drama in your world. Do your best not to let circumstances, events, projections from others' drama drag your frequency into another mode. Hold your own, stand in your strength. That's what connect means. That's what connecting is when you feel all right enough inside your own frequency that you can allow the stuff that goes on to go on. Pragmatically speaking, which is supported by this full moon coming up, pragmatism saves. You know, this is one of my, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this, but one of my little bumper sticker sayings that I made is pragmatism saves when Jesus is busy, okay? And that's just the truth. You know what? It is what it is, and it's going to be if it's going to be. If it's not, it's not. And I know that's overly simplistic, but truthfully, that's kind of how it is, all right? So, but stay connected to your own frequency, to your source, to yourself. And then your super ego is not driving stuff, isn't trying to manipulate everything. And then your most advantageous path will unfold before you, and you'll actually see it. You'll actually feel that, come on with it, direction. You'll feel the direction. It'll feel good to you. Okay? All right, so super duper. Speaking of super, they're calling it a super moon. I really ought to know what that means, but they've been calling a bunch of them super moons, but this one really will be a super moon. I believe it's called a buck moon, and yeah, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a big deal, y'all. And so, you know, we've been talking about for a long time here on this channel about learning to harness your connect, you know, that inner self, that part of you inside that can control how you react to circumstance. It's going to be so important that you stay connected to that wise self, to your own frequency, especially through this. And it's a collective thing, and nobody's getting picked on. Everybody's going to be feeling it. So, you know, it could be extra volatile. It could be more expansive than a normal full moon, okay? So it's this big deal. So hold yourself together, girls and boys. All right, now the third card we're going to pull tonight is for the end of the week here in the United States, Friday and Saturday. For y'all outside of the United States, it's 5 to 6 days out from this reading, okay? So let's see what the reflection is for us to kind of have a heads up on. I love this. I love the guidance. And it has been so true so far. And I've only been doing these weeklies for, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks, something like that. And but they sure are true to story. Okay, let's see. Perception. This is a biggie. Perception. Okay? See the past through the lens of grace. All that occurs is designed to support our spiritual evolution. See everything through the lens of grace, not just what's happened before. Every single thing is designed for you and for your spiritual walk here, for your best evolution on this planet. And sometimes that's hard to bite. Sometimes it's hard to swallow. Sometimes you're going, hell no, what are you talking about? It couldn't possibly be, but it is. You can't see that big ass picture. You can't, because the human is trying to focus. The human is already distracted enough. All right, but there's a big, big myriad of possibility. There's a huge, huge canvas. We can only see a certain percentile of that canvas. So trust that Source is working big miracles out in the ether for you. And even though maybe circumstances don't look all that promising, they will. Hold your center. Keep your faith. Trust Source. Source has got you. I promise you. I promise you. But just remember, perception is everything. You got to believe in your journey. You got to believe that you're being supported. You got to believe in the darkest of times that light is coming. You have to, that's your job. That's your job. Okay? And do yourself a favor. Now, you know we've talked about this spirit message. Right now is where it's at. Right now is where we create. This is from where we create. Being in this moment is what is the catalyst for anything to come. Okay? When you're running old programming in memory and you are projecting into the future, you are on programming. You cannot create from that space. You cannot create from that mind space. The only time that a creating becomes its own thing is when you're dialed into right now. And let me tell you something. You're always creating your reality. You always are creating your reality. So how are you spending now? Because your perception drives manifestation. Okay? So utilize your now. And it's always now, man. There is no tomorrow. There's not next week. There's no next hour. Every instance is now. That's your creative space. So every single moment of now, you are creating your reality. You are creating what's to come by the way you think the way you think makes you feel the way you feel. You can control what you think, how you think, thusly controlling how you feel. And you must make decisions in the now to spend and utilize now on the good things, the things that make you feel good, because you're creating in the now. Get it? So you can utilize now, or you can kind of waste now on those negative thoughts that make you feel negative feelings, because and then thusly you will be creating that for your future circumstance. So it's so imperative to realize that every single thing that's happening is driven by our perception, how we view it. That's everything. That is everything about this life. Understanding that now is where you're creating tomorrow. Okay, and even though tomorrow never comes, from this vantage point, there is one. Okay, there is future. But this is creation. This is what they call on Abraham Hicks calls it this red hot minute. This red hot minute is where everything that's to come is being created. And depending on how we think, which drives how we feel, depending on that is what is manifested in the future. So please do yourself a favor when you're looping on that negative stuff, and trust me, I've done it. I do it occasionally. I do it too. You have to go in there and flip that switch. You have to purposefully change your momentum. Change it. Stop the negative loop and put something positive in there. It's that simple. It's almost an oversimplification, but it's not. That's the thing. That's how you do it. But you are the master of your domain. You are the master of this mind. Nobody can do that for you. Okay? So you have to be able to gauge yourself, be honest with yourself about how you're feeling, and remember that in the now is everything that is created for tomorrow. So if you're not feeling real good right now, you need to figure out how to go in there and flip your switch and bring it to something that's more alive, more positive, more generous, more loving, more delicious, for want of a better word, so that that is what you're manifesting through your now. Okay. I know, man. When that spirit message came in, I was like, really? Because it was so clean. You know, when they come in, they're clean. I'm like, yeah, okay, la 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 la. It was so perfect. I knew when I had time to mull it over and translate it, it wouldn't be as clean and straightforward. But I hope you got the point. Anyway, here are your beautiful 3 cards for your week. Direction. Look for clues in your life. Realize that you are being led down a merry way. You are being guided by Source. If you will just drop your superego and you will drop all your expectations seriously and allow life to unfold, because every single instance, every encounter, every circumstance is there for you. There's something there for you to feel, see, experience. And that will illuminate your natural path. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. That's what I call the love center. That's what they call the vortex, but that's where you want to be. Okay? And connect. Connect. Stay connected to that spiritual core. Stay connected to that calm, kind self. That almost non-reactionary big dog that's in there. The one that's, you know, la 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 la, I'm in control, you do what you want to do, but I got this frequency to maintain. Thanks very much. Have a, you know, cheers, thanks a lot. You got to do that. Stay connected, especially through this moon. But you know what? I'm going to be sharing the moon videos on these, on my videos. I'm going to put the link to Molly's latest video on the full moon coming up, and Sir Roland Legrand. I'm going to have his video link on here too, so y'all can click on those, or they are in my playlist, Astro Explained, Esoterics and Our Evolution, and sometimes I throw them into Pantha's Pick. So, and then also, perception. Perception. You choose that. You can choose to see the past as drudgery everything that you've been through, it was done to you, and you're a big old victim, and the whiner. Ditch the whiner, because now it's about productivity. Productivity comes from owning. Owning is a very pragmatic state of being. So pragmatism saves when everything else is whirly, girly, dirly, churly, burly. Pragmatism saves. Look, every single thing that you've been through, it was on purpose. You needed it. You have life lesson to absorb, to experience. I keep wanting to say endure, and that's not, I don't want to say endure, but experience, that we're here for soul growth. We're here to expand. Every single thing that has come your way, every single thing that you have experienced is for your best evolution on this planet. So see the past through the lens of grace and understand that every single thing that you walk through, you need to. You need it. You've needed it. Emotional growth, spiritual growth, that's what we're here to do. That's it. That's our job. That's the whole point. All right? Okay. Well, thank you for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you think anyone would enjoy this video or look forward to seeing what the Grace cards might have to give us, as far as inspiration for our next week, please share the video. All right, and yeah, we got a big buck moon coming. Did I say Capricorn? I think Capricorn moon, and it is going to be a doozy. So get your, your big girl and your big boy pants on, because it's going to be a doozy. And we just came through a pretty turbulent 10 days, right before the new moon, and we got another little period where it's going to be a little volatile, more expansive than normal, a bigger moon than normal, and you definitely want to stay connected. You definitely want to stay connected to your higher self, your kind self, your more loving self, your less reactionary self. And how do we do that? Stay grateful. Okay? If you're swimming in gratitude, really, the world can't touch you. Nothing can really touch you. Okay? It's just so much easier to field all the stuff that comes at us when we're always in a space of gratified being, in a grateful, thankful modality. Our frequency is higher, and a lot of that fluff and that turbulent stuff that goes on will just bypass you, totally bypass you. So do yourself a favor, get grateful. That'll help you connect with your wise self, and that will help you be less reactionary. When you're less reactionary, it's just easier on you. It's easier on your emotional self, and it's a lot easier on your body. Okay? So do that for yourself. Thank you again for being here. I'm going to get out of here because you know how she does, chatty catty. And yeah, I will see you soon, and I'm really looking forward to doing my homework on the full moon. Hopefully I can give you a little bit of overall tips on how to navigate it, but I definitely will post those links so that you can go straight over and listen for yourself. These two cats are great. Molly McCord and Sir Roland Legrand. I think that's how you say his last name. Lots of facts, but they make it very personal, very understandable. And Molly, let me tell you something. This girl is doing some channeling. She's doing some soul work when she's doing her technical work, and it's so valuable. It's a valuable experience to watch her videos too. So I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves.